Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Whew. Morning, everybody. I showed up. I'm here. Today's going to be a short one because I've got a lot of stuff going on today. But we're going to wake this buddy up and we're going to go and show gratitude for waking up in our right mind. We are giving thanks for breath, for life, for health. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. I'm showing up. Day 21. Close to a month. Good morning. Good morning. Day 21. The days are coming fast. I don't know if I'm going to meet my goal, but I'm going to keep at it. It's just got to be consistent and be true to myself and say I showed up every day as I said I would, keeping my word to myself and to you guys. Whew. How's everyone this morning? It's already hump day. You notice when you get older, the days go by faster? I don't know why. Yeah, time doesn't stop, doesn't slow down for us. Ugh. Whatever is happening in this crazy world, time goes on, right? So we're not going to go to the floor today just because like I said, I have a lot going on and I've been working on my video for a while. Oh my God, this technology is just killing me. This is not what God has gifted me with. Oh my goodness. I got to find a way to go back to the VA. You don't realize how much you appreciate them until you don't have them. Oh, goodness. I'm showing cleavage. Ah, oof, so good. So, how are you, ladies? How are you doing? No, yesterday, I'm not going to repeat yesterday. 100 jumping jacks. No, today we're not doing that. I'm operating on very little sleep today, so got to protect this old body. Lots of stretching. So it's going to be like a weekend day today, a lazy day, but still tightening and loosening and getting a little bit of cardio. You know, I remember, you know, when you are, when I was like in my 30s, and I could just go walk a couple of days and drop 5 pounds. I did. After I had my daughter, I was 30, I was in my mid 30s when I had her. And I'm watching, looking at some pictures I took when she was, I think she was like maybe 14 months. I was svelte. So I can't blame any of that on my pregnancies. I had very good pregnancies, they were not complicated. And so it's that menopause. Yes, it's Miss Menopause playing with me again. Whew. How are you guys doing? How's your week? How's your week going? I don't know. I'm meeting a lot of sisters for coffee. And what did I do yesterday? Tuesday. Oh, I went to Costa del Este. Oh my gosh. coming back from there, that's a planned community. But I will tell you what they did not plan for that community is the traffic inflow and outflow. Because this is the second time I think I got stuck there during rush hour. There is nowhere to go. It's packed. There's only one way to go in and one way to go out. And bunches of cars because they have a lot of businesses there, a lot of corporate offices, and lots of buses, lots of cars. But the traffic jam is something to behold. And people talk about my street here, but so what I did, I decided to hop on one of their buses, and I'm like, I'll take a scenic route. But then I realized there's not much to it. Once you go to the main roads, that's it. And boy, oh boy, did I get caught in that this way and that way. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't want to work there every day having to go through that. It's like working in Atlanta, right? Whew. All right. Oh, that feels good. Very good. I'm so looking forward to watch my legs get skinny. They're not there, but they're getting. When your thighs have that extra layer of fat, you notice it, and that doesn't look good in bikinis. Mm-mm. They call that cellulite. But if you lose weight, it goes away. Yeah. So do your love handles. So don't hold them too tight. Oh, I love these stretches, my hip joint. Yep. I don't know. I feel like I'm undressing here today. Yeah, I'm not wearing a sports bra. Oh dear. Okay. TMI. TMI. One more reason for me not to jump up and down. You never know what might jump out. Woo! Wouldn't that be something? Maggie being on the live. All right, guys. Easy does it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm exaggerating the arm to increase the cardio. 12, I don't know, I'm lost. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30. Whew. Yeah. I feel that. Yes, I did. Do you feel that? Is your body warm? Make sure you stretch and you warm up, okay? You're gonna get better results if you do that. All right. I think I'll do some of those leg raises again. 1. Be careful with your back on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go for 30. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Whew. Yeah. The bigger the belly, the more resistance you get to lifting that leg up. Oh, I think I forgot to turn the AC on. It's a cloudy day today. I think we might get some rain. This is rainy season in Panama. So yesterday in Costa del Este, it rained hard for about an hour. And so I don't know what it was over here, because when I came back, it had stopped. To the side, 1, 2, maintain your balance, 3, 4, 5. That hip joint, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep. Hips and lower back. You feel that? Other side. 1, 2. I'm less flexible on this side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. Yeah, feeling it. Let's see. Yesterday I didn't go to the gym. Today, I don't know. Have to go to the multi plaza. Got to do some banking. Here in Panama, even if you have a local bank account, to transfer money into your account here, you have to either do an ACH transfer from your account in the US. That's why I tell people, keep your US phone number, because they always want to do that two-step verification and they will not use the Panamanian number. Just like here in Panama, if you want to do business, like to get your phone turned on, your electric, your cable, you need a local number. That's why I suggest to people that they either get an eSIM or they get a dual SIM. And most of the recent phones have the dual SIM. So you can keep your SIM card from the US with your number. Of course, you're paying for the, your minutes and such. But that's a small price to pay for the hassle that you get from the banks, okay? I made that mistake, and boy, it took me weeks to get it to straighten out. So when you're ready to pay your bills, you either have to go to the ATM if you don't have a local bank account, and you have to be a resident or in the process of becoming a resident. All right, let's put the feet, the toes facing upward, and we're gonna squat. Yeah, you have to, if you don't have a local phone number, you have to go to the ATM, and they limit you to $250 a day, and they charge you $6.50 per ATM withdrawal. So let's say you have a rent of $1,500, you have to buy, well, if you buy food, you can use your debit card and credit card. But to pay your rent, electric, your phone, your cable, most of us just do online banking. So you're gonna have to make several trips to the ATM and then deposit it into your bank. So some people have the Schwab account and it reimburses them their ATM fees. I'm sure they have other cards or banks that do that. My bank doesn't. So I go to BAC, a bank here, and I can withdraw up to, you set your limit for the day with your bank in the US, and that's how You decide how much you can pull out every day. And then they only charge you $5.50. So it's $1 less, and you can get a higher limit. The regular Panamanian banks limit you to $250 per day. So it's kind of good to know. I think when I do ATM, let's say I'm at Outbrook, I need to put money on my card. I usually go to the ATM, but I use my debit card from the local bank, which they give you when you sign up. You open an account, you leave the bank with your debit card. They don't do checking account. There are no checkbooks here. We don't do any of that. Everything is either by like Banco General, they have their app, and I use Benismo. They do have an app, but I don't use it because I don't have a problem. I can do okay, we're gonna put the legs out like that. I can do my online banking, no problem. And they have to set it up for you because there's something they call a token. That is another extra layer of security for each transaction that you make. So it's very important that you do that. And opening your bank account could take you a couple of days. So just be ready for it and don't get upset, don't get stressed out, because let me tell you, it's not going to do any good. People don't move fast here. So everything in due time. All right? So at least once a month, you do your pilgrimage to the ATM, then to the bank. And I always worry. I like to go to Multiplaza because they have a area bancaria, they call it. All the banks are there, so you just go from the ATM, walk to the bank. You don't have to walk around with cash. But nowadays, you cannot be too careful. Ow, ow. Are you feeling that? Woo! Yes. I'm going to tone these legs. I'm going to do it. I'm going to trim them. They need to get thinner. Woo! Ow, ow, ow. But you have to lose the fat. There is no way around it. You have to lose the fat to get to the muscle so you can reshape the muscle. So I'm doing pretty good in the fat department. I had the chicken on Sunday. Yesterday, what did I have? I don't even remember. But just try to, yes. And I've been good, no carbs. Where did I go? And they served something, and I just looked at the cocoa, arroz con coco. They love that here. They use the coconut with the rice, but they put sugar in it. It's like, oh my goodness. Sugar in the rice. Just sugar on top of the carbs. Great. No, thank you. All right, so now we're going to sit with the feet together, and we're going to pulse. I'm going to go up and down. 2, 3, 4. And I can do sit and stand today. We haven't done them in a few days. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, don't fall, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now pulse, small pulses. Woo. You're going to feel that really soon. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Hold it. Eyes closed. I'm holding my balance. Woo, gotta work on my balance so bad. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, ooh. I felt that. Are you feeling that? Whew. Good morning, M. Thomas. Mudi was here. Lynette. Glorious morning. Hey, go, girl. We got to keep these bodies in motion. Yes, ma'am. Hola, Cynthia. Greta. All my peeps are here. Whew. Did you feel those legs? You have to feel those legs, okay? Because no pain, no gain. And you know, that is true, but not excruciating pain. There's a difference. And to me, it's more like discomfort. You can feel it, but never work through really bad pain. 21 minutes. Okay, like I said, today I'm only doing about 30 because I'm gonna have to hit the street pretty soon. So let's do some sit to stand. My heart is still getting a workout, so I am thankful for that. Sit to stand. All right. This is what your doctor is going to have you do. All right. Let's do some leg kicks. Front kicks first. Hang on. Probably with my back. And then pulse up. And then we're going to open the legs. Make sure you're tightening all this. Okay? Make it work. If you don't feel it, you know, make the movement more exaggerated, something to make you feel like it's worth it, right? So suck in the abs. Let's pretend we're doing our bladder tightening, but while we're sitting in bed, in the chair, in the chair. And then, you know, the way I'm doing it, I'm like lifting off the chair. Hope it doesn't break. All right, good. You ready? Let's go. Sit to stand. 1, 2. Actually, the doctors count how many you can do in a minute. 3. So the faster, the better. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not fast. 9, 10, 11. I need to check to see what they expect. 12, 13. But this one gets your heart going. 14. I don't know why. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Ow. Oh, I felt that. Did you feel that? I feel like I'm more winded today. Probably because I'm tired. So tonight I have to go to bed early to catch up with my sleep. You know, it's like sometimes I'm out and I have a list of errands. And I'm like, okay, I need to go here, there. I've always been like that. It used to be on Saturdays when I was at home. It was like, I would spend all day outside because I have so many errands. Nowadays, when I am out, maybe I got to errand number 4, my body says, okay, I think you've done enough, time to go home. But I always push and go, well, I have 2 more, I have to finish it. And that's the way I am. If I start something, I'll finish it. But by the time I finish, by not listening to my body, you know, my legs are dragging. So I get a point I don't know if you can relate. As I get older, I have a stress point where my body talks to me and says, okay, I think we've reached that point. You need to go home and rest. And I never listen. How can I tell you? All right, let me see if I can do a little running. I don't know. My boobs will be jumping too much. Now, this is really not running. I call this a trout. A trout. A trot. Trot. Not a trout, the fish. When I started losing weight, that was something I did. I used to go to this park, this beautiful water. It was so fun. But then they had like a little hill, and I would make myself go up the hill. And I remember when I first got started, I said, oh, I'll do 2 turns. Then I said, I'll do 3 turns, 4 turns. 5 was hard. It was hard because, you had to go like an incline, and then you come down a bit, and you go up again. And those kind of exercises are good because they're like you slow down and then you get your heart up again. All right? And what happens when you do cardio is like when you stop, you're still burning because your heart, your body, the reactions are still going on. That's why if you can do this, you see how I'm protecting my knees. I'm not pounding the pavement. I'm protecting my knees. I don't want to have knee replacements. So it's up to me to protect those knees. But this is good. I can still talk to you, but I can feel the sweat is pouring off of me. So I know even though I don't want to work too hard, but I am getting a workout. All right, keep going. Let's keep going. This is good. Gotta make sure I do this more often. But those sit to stand, every day I should be doing them. And I will be looking to see how many the doctors expect us to do. But as I say, I don't really follow those recommendations to the letter. Not anymore. You do what you can to have a bit of a little bit of stress and you pushing, but don't worry about numbers. I know I don't. Talked to my daughter last night and I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm so glad you're thriving. I'm like, yeah. But don't be surprised if they call you and tell you they found me in that apartment. And that's my wish. I don't want to have to go to a hospital. I wish. I was talking to Sonia last week. She's like, well, I'll be found within 24 hours. I said, I don't care. I don't care. You could find me 3, 4, 5 days. It's fine with me. That way I don't have to, be put to the ringer and IV lines and central lines and all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, oh wow, I like this. Are you still going? Whew. This is good for you. This is good. Oh, well, let's do it a little bit faster. Whew. Whew. But we have to challenge ourselves. Yeah. Whew. I like the fact that I kind of improvise on these things for you guys so you're not bored. And also for me, because I feel like when you're doing the same thing, your body says, oh, should be doing the same thing. It goes to sleep. But then you do something different. You go, oh, this is new. Let's try it. Whew. All right. Whew. Okay. 29 minutes. Perfecto. So we can cool down, knowing that we got a cardio workout. I don't know, we didn't do too much with the arms, but we certainly did the legs. All right. On my way to trimming these legs, like I told you, I used to have skinny legs when I was younger, and I used to hate them. I used to say, oh my God, those legs are skinny. Well, now I wish for skinny legs. Oh my God. How we go full circle. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's give thanks. Some salute. Thank you for life, for breath. Whew. Thank you. Pull me up. Pull. And come down. Grab the ankles. Let your legs, your head relax. Whew. Let it hang. Come back on your knees. Look straight ahead and stretch the side and the back. Bend your knees. Roll up. Again. Exhale, inhale. Pull up to the sky. Pull. You're still stretching. Everything is stretching. Everything except your toes. Ooh. Down. Yes. Let your head hang. When on the bus yesterday, I was there for like past an hour. So I left Costa del Este on the bus, and then he turned around and came through Costa del Este again until it came to where I was, and we drove through Santa Maria, which was a community Beninese I was trying to get to because apparently in Panama it's the community with the most expensive real estate. Not that I'm going to be touring any homes or anything, but I thought it was nice to see. I didn't see anything, you know, extraordinary, but I guess they have those big subdivisions where the rich people live. And yesterday, when I was in Costa del Este, the lady I was with said that she pointed to a building, really, in front of the ocean, and she said the building is owned by a rich man who built it for his family members. He said all his family members all live in that building. Isn't that amazing? It's kind of nice to have a big family and everybody gets together. I like that idea. I really do. Especially if you have money. Okay. All I know is that we can't take that money with us. So if we have it, let's do some good with it, right? I would hate to leave millions for people who, not going to appreciate it or don't deserve it. I'm not leaving my money like that. I'm leaving some money, but the rest of it, if I had it to give away, I would. Morning, ladies. Whoo, how did you do? I know I can't stay too long today. I have to head out. I'm meeting a sister for coffee, then I have to head to Multiplaza, and then I still have to finish my video today. It was an interview. I interviewed one of our sisters. Bodies in motion, yes. Anything going on? Everybody good? You're doing all right? Okay. Remember, here in Panama, it's gonna be flu season. Our flu season is earlier, so we have to make sure we get our flu shots, especially those of us who are older. And I think maybe this year I'm gonna ask if I can get a pneumonia shot because after 65, you're supposed to get a pneumonia shot. I think every 2 years, and I have not gotten good, and I have not gotten my. It's influenza. I'm not taking any more COVID. I have had 4 COVID shots. I'm good. Um, oh, the chicken pox one. They have the adult one that somebody told me it's two shots, and she said it hurt. I'm like, oh, great. Here in Panama, you can get your shots when they go to the malls. You can get them for free. But one of the sisters said she went to one of the health centers and they only paid $1 for the shot. They got the flu shot. Because the flu virus mutates every year. So whatever you had last year is not covering you for this year. And in Panama, they say they had 2 deaths from malaria. I didn't know they had malaria here, but two young girls died of malaria. And I think a lot of those diseases they find in people who live like in the interior, with the vegetation. But I haven't heard of Lyme disease, from ticks here. Um, they do have lightning strikes, people die. We had a warning about yellow fever because apparently they have several cases in Colombia, and whatever happens in Colombia or Costa Rica affects us because we're like sandwich in the middle. Um, so yeah, our flu season is earlier than in the States because we have the rainy season, and that's when things, tend to fester. So they're still having issues with dengue here in Panama, and they're still, spraying, fumigating some areas. But, you know, what do you do? A lot of the people in the comarcas, the indigenous people, they love living, in their communities, but then that means, they're a little bit remote from, health centers and stuff. And, I would think they would be more at risk for those, mosquito carrying and, diseases like dengue and, I think we used to have one. Is it swine flu that comes from the horses? I don't think I've heard about that one here. But mad cow, I don't think so. But basically, influenza gets serious here because a lot of older people are a bit debilitated, and when they get it, they develop pneumonia, and that's what I always tell people: it's not the flu that kills you; it's the pneumonia that you get from it. So, when you're young, I hadn't had a flu shot until last year. Even in my work, at one point, they were mandating it, but you still had an out where you had to sign a waiver that you didn't want it. Um, but last year, I'm like, no, and I had COVID, so my lungs are not in the best of shape. So I did take it, and it was okay. Never enough fireworks. All right, ladies, it is 37 minutes since we started. It was lovely seeing you. I will be here bright and early tomorrow, 8 a.m. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know you're feeling good. I'm feeling good. We got the blood going, the muscles stretching, and we're ready for the day. All right? Go do some good, be grateful, and compliment 5 people. All right. Bye bye. Have a beautiful day. God loves you. I love you. Bye. Till tomorrow.